Alright, shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Kodash. Double honor unto the elder apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone, who are well and who taught us his truth. Shalom unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Unto you I say Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Barakatam, Bahasham Recha Kodash. And I just want to do a short lesson on accountability, man. Okay, just meditating on a few things. I've got some other lessons, some current events, things in the news I want to get into. But right now I just want to go into accountability and how accountability prevents going off, man. And Yahushua said, that this is the assembly, the gathering, the church, his church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. Okay, but Yahushua said that after setting up the order, the head of the church being Apostle Peter. Okay, and there's many aspects to that, but one of the important points is that the gates of hell do not prevail, do not override the assembly due to one of many qualities, but one of which is order. Okay, where all areas, where all corners are catered to against the fiery darts of Satan, there is no outlet, there is no opening, there is no chink in the armor, there is no crack in the door, no crevice that serpent can slide up into. Okay, order is a key component that prevents the gates of hell prevailing against the body of believers, man. Okay, but as I said, I want to focus on accountability. Now it says, what is the exact meaning of accountability? And this is from Google, and it says, accountability is an assurance that an individual or organization is evaluated on its performance or behavior related to something for which it is responsible. The term is related to responsibility, but is regarded more from the perspective of oversight. Okay, so accountability essentially prevents oversight, or I didn't think about that, or I looked over this, or I didn't consider that. As it says, it is an assurance that an individual or organization is evaluated on its performance or behavior. Okay, so as the body of believers, you've got, you got to speak for, like GMS and that. Well, there's a particular standard which is required, that we're all required to adhere to and behave by. Okay, and a lot of people don't like that word behave because they think it's associated with a child. Well, listen, man, I speak for myself, I'm a child in this, man. Okay, and we should all have the mindset of a child. Yahushua said it, for such is the kingdom of heaven. Forbade them not, suffer the little children unto me, because it's the quality of, or some of the qualities that children have innately is what is required to enter into the kingdom. A childlike faith, okay, a childlike forgiveness, man. Children will be at it screaming and crying and scratching one another, and give it 2 minutes later, give it 5 minutes later, they're playing and sharing their toys again. Because children, until the world pollutes their mind, children don't carry guile and grudges, man. They're very forgiving, and oftentimes as grown-ups you can think you know it all, but really, if you stop and consider the lesser things, okay, it can teach you. David spoke about that. I'm not gonna get it, but David spoke about considering the beast, and they shall teach thee. In regard to fighting styles, in regard to warfare, that's why in particular martial arts you have various styles, and oftentimes they're named after animals because the animal has been studied in its combat type, and qualities from the animal can be learned. Various animals, man, but they're on a lesser level of intelligence, as it were, than humans. Babies are of a lesser level than grown adults, but the beauty of wisdom, the way the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua made it, is that you as a grown-up, I as a grown-up, can even learn from a child. Okay? But there is a level of behavior that has to be maintained, man. Okay, and it says is the assurance that an individual or organization is evaluated on its performance or behavior, all right, related to something for which it is responsible, and the first thing we're responsible for is our own selves, man. Okay, our own selves, our own actions, all right. Okay, you're responsible for you. I'm responsible for me. Okay, because that directly affects, outside of us as individuals, that directly affects the overall organization. Okay, and when things are done outside of the rules and the behavior and the code of conduct for that particular organization, that's when repercussions come. Okay, but that wouldn't be the case if we all remembered to have a level of accountability. Okay, and that goes for all groups, all Israelite groups. That goes for every organization, period. Forget the Israelite thing for a moment. It goes for any organization that's set up, right? Even if they're in the same industry, they have a code of conduct which differentiates them from another company. Back in on Israel. Okay, IUIC have a conduct. Okay, ISUPK have a conduct. Sakari has a conduct. Great Millstone has a conduct. Okay, you can't go to IUIC and say, you know what, I want to join the camp, and then you join the camp, and then you wear a blue garment, that your wife made for you. Not gonna work, because the code of conduct there is that they wear a uniform. Now, I'm not promoting that because that's not in the scriptures, but irrespective of right or wrong, that's their conduct. And how do you know that? Because you've never seen it done before. Okay, you've never seen it done before. And if somebody tried to do that, I'm pretty sure over there the IUIC would be said, nah, man, listen, when you join the camp, there's certain things you gotta do. You gotta get the t-shirt with the fringes, or you gotta get the long garment, or you gotta get both. Okay, our color's purple, so you can't come up here wearing grey or yellow, So irrespective of truth, for groups to be identified within, this is how we identify this group and this is how we identify that group, a code of conduct is observed and upheld. How much more for the 100% truth? Okay, all right. And accountability is something that a lot of offshoot camps don't like, okay, because they can't appreciate the beauty in a chain of command. They think that they're directly accountable unto Yahweh Shai. That's why you often hear words from groups like these offshoot groups oh yeah, I don't need to go through no man. You're just a man like me on the earth. You're trying to make it into a ship too, which is all true. It's all true. I'm just a man like you on the earth. I'm trying to make it into a ship too. Okay. I don't need to follow. I'm just going straight to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is dealing with me. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Fair enough, man. Alright. Fine. I'm not gonna argue with you, fine. But it's clearly in the scriptures that the Lord has set up an order on the earth. Alright? And that comes with being accountable to people above you, man. Which we all have. Okay? And accountability is not a restriction. Accountability isn't a prohibition. Accountability is really freedom. Alright? Accountability provides freedom. Because when you're accountable, you're aware that somebody's watching you. You're aware that you have to answer for your actions. So everything you do, alright, in the knowledge of being accountable for your performance and behavior, you don't have to, as it were, question it, because you know right from wrong. Accountability, if the lines were blurred, accountability takes away the blurred lines. It makes it very clear what is acceptable and what's not. Okay? Same thing with the law. People think that the law is slavery. The law is prohibitions and don't do this and don't do that. No. The correct adherence of the law really is freedom. Alright? To live safely, peaceably, and in love, with integrity and productivity. That's what the law is. The law is really freedom. Now, we can't keep it perfectly, but we're going to be given the hearts of flesh, and we'll be able to live, as I just explained, in the kingdom in like manner. Okay, so accountability is a beautiful thing, which we should all remember and essentially love, man. Okay, you've got affiliate brothers and things of that nature, and whatever the case may be, man. But we all have to remember it, man. Accountability, prevents, like willful sinning, man. Okay, this is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6, and it says, I'll start at verse 3, and it says, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities and distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labours, in watchings, in fastings, by pureness, by knowledge, by long-suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of the Father, by the armour of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honour and dishonour, by evil report and good report, as deceivers yet not true, yet true, slip of the tongue, as deceivers and yet true. Okay, so that's a lot in there. Let's unpack that. Giving no offence in anything, verse 3, that the ministry be not blamed. Yeah, that comes with accountability, man. Because when you know that you're accountable, to a leadership over you, you're gonna think twice about your actions, man. Okay, this is right. Is this wrong? Because really, as we read, you've got accountability for an individual, but then it says that an individual or organization, the overall organization, is the truth. Okay, yeah, you've got different groups within Israel and stuff. All right, and it's a fact that Great Millstone has the 100% truth of what's been given right now. Okay, like it or lump it. But the point is the overall organization. The Lord ain't coming back to deliver GMS. The Lord is coming back to deliver his elect. Okay, you've got elect, that's not in Great Millstone. Okay, but the group that is the driving force of the truth, the doctrine that will lead unto salvation through works and faith, as it says in the scriptures, is going to be found at Great Millstone. Okay, but the point is, outside of ourselves as individuals, the organization is the truth. And it says it. Right? Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. A large part of mistake making is failing to realize the bigger picture outside of yourself, the bigger picture outside of myself. Okay? And it's things that, we're all guilty of, at some point in our walk in this truth. But the point is to learn and grow and to try to the best of our ability, Lord's will, to not make certain mistakes again. Okay? Because a large part of not being accountable and being willful is thinking in your own interests. When you think for your own interests, you don't think how it affects the man to your left. You don't think how it affects the man to your right. You don't think how it affects a particular group of brothers. You don't think how it affects your camp. You don't think how it affects your region. You don't think how it affects the overall organization, the group you may be a part of. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. That spells what? Accountability, man. And ultimately our fear is for Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. But yes, there is a level of fear that is to be had for our leadership, man. Now again, guys that despise accountability, they'll be like, what? You're telling me I got a fear, man? I don't fear no man. No, I go straight to the Lord. You're just a man like me. Ooh. And it's always these dudes that end up in fucked up situations. But you know what? We're at the time where that kind of mentality, that kind of mindset is going to equal your death, man. Okay? Case in point, the famine of the word is going to come. We'll wait to see how it plays out. But it may be through order. It may be through an order from on top. Okay, the highways and byways are done now. Okay, you're going to have people that will be like, I'm not saying that's exactly how it's going to go down. It's just an example. Let's just say it goes down like that. Certain things happen out there, out on the streets in society, and it's like clear as day, and then we wait for the command from on top. And the elder apostles Tahar on down, bishops on down, like, yeah, brothers, that's it. That's it. They shut down the YouTube. The streets become more volatile. No, that's it, man. That's it. No more going out there. For us brothers, Lord willing, we remain in good behavior. It's calm. No more outside. But then you're going to have people that may hear that order, but because they feel like they're directly accountable to Yahweh Shai, they'll be like, fuck that. No, what? This ain't not do the work, yeah? No, it's still doing the work season. I must work the works of him that sent me whilst it is day, for the night cometh when no man can work. Some people are still going to think it's daytime outside, when really spiritually it's nighttime and they go outside. I've had dreams about that. Okay? Other brothers have had similar dreams as well. The famine of the word came, but particular dudes still wanted to go outside, and when they went outside with the garment on, they got killed, man. Okay? Now that's not getting killed as a martyr for the Lord. That's getting killed for being a fucking disobedient individual that has no accountability or order to his name. I don't want to be that dude. You don't want to be that dude. Alright? I speak to myself first and foremost. The energy that I'm coming with, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. But brother's got to be in fucking good behavior, man. And there's no particular reason why I'm making this video. It's just the spirit. I'm just thinking in the spirit, man. No situation has gone down, anything, whatever, man. I'm just meditating on the spirit, in the spirit, and you know, this is what the spirit, you know, had me focus on as a thought, man. Lord willing, is edifying, man. You know, unto myself and the fellow Archean, man. But brothers, maintain good fucking behavior, man. Okay? Always remember that you're fucking accountable, man. Okay? I'm accountable. Because when you start stepping outside of that zone of accountability into I can do what I want and I'm directly accountable to the Lord. Listen, you don't want to be accountable to Yahweh Shai, man. Directly. Your first point of call, your first superior is the Lord himself. Who the fuck do you think you are, man? The scripture says that we've entered into other men's labors, man. Let's pull that, man. This is John 4:38. I sent you to reap that whereon ye bestowed no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors, man. Alright? And what you're finding is, it's always dudes with like, well, I can't say always. You know, sometimes it's guys that's been in longer. But a large majority of this kind of unfortunate caliber, it's always dudes with 6 years or less. Don't know what it is about that number 6, but it's always around the 6 years and less mark that think they know it all. You know? When in reality, you don't know shit. Now, I'm not saying that because I think I know something. Hey, man, in the grand scheme of things, I don't know shit. Okay, I got more than 6 years. Okay? But I understand, man. I'm a baby in this, man. Therefore, it would behoove me to be accountable. It would behoove me to be of good behavior. It would behoove me to listen. Okay? Right? And that's a part of humility, man. That's a part of humility. Learning to understand that you don't... The thing you need to know the most is that you don't really know what you think you know, man. If you know anything, know that. What you think you know is what you don't know, man. And I'm talking from minimal experience in this truth, man. As I said, I got way more than 6 years. But regardless of that, man, I understand that I don't know shit, man. I'm a baby in this truth. So it would behoove an individual, all right, as such, to just listen, man. Now, of course, in the flesh, you'll know more than a guy that's only 1 or 2 years in, 3 years in, 5 years in, 6 years in, 7 years in. Fair enough. But in the grand scheme of things, you're still new, man. I'm still new. We've entered into other men's labors. Here it is, you learn everything from the elder apostles, the bishops on down. And then 6 years and under, yeah, I know more than them, and they're actually wrong, you know. You know, they're wrong. No, their leadership's not solid. But everything you know, you got it from them. You fucking dickhead, man. Such is the spirit of an ungrateful bastard, man. You learn everything from the apostles and the bishops. Now they're wrong. And Yahweh Shai is now dealing with you directly because he's now your first point of call. Yeah? And you're only accountable to the Lord Yahweh Shai himself. You know? Over me is the Messiah. Yeah, okay then. Okay, cool. Failing to remember that you've entered into other men's labors. Alright? Men that was doing this before, you know, a lot of brothers were even born on this side. You know? The apostle Tahar, has got what 40 years, either just under or just about touching, just call it 40 years, man. As they say, man, you have to give, as they say in the world, man, give a man his flowers, man. In the scriptures, it's give double honor to them who rule well and labor. In the doctrine and in the faith, man. That's our elder apostles, man. Okay? The other apostles, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Rakar, Elder Apostle Aramlab, and all the elder bishops, Okay, you know, pushing 35 years plus. Okay, the elder bishops, and I'm not saying this because I know them and that, no, man. I'm just going from the information available to us all when they give us the history accounts of how they came in. It's available for you to watch on the internet. The scripture says that miss not the discourse of the elders. To me personally, it's intriguing to hear the stories of how our teachers came about, man. I remember there was like a little, I don't want to call it documentary, but it was like a little, for lack of a better word, documentary of the elder bishops and how they came in. I remember vividly. I remember Elder Bishop Sakaran's testimony, man. Okay, it's intriguing. That's a part of missing not the discourse of the elders, man. Here it is. They've got this wealth of knowledge that they've passed down onto us. It's like the most important thing is to understand through the Spirit what they're passing down to us. But then there's other pieces of information that's intriguing to know, and it's like an honor to even be let in on it, man. Yeah, I came around this because my cousin and, all kind of family, relatives were in, and who invited who brought who into the truth, and then the person they brought in is now a top elder, or apostle, and the person that brought them in fell out and this and that, and it's like, whoa. It's beautiful to see him put the puzzle pieces together, man, by missing not the discourse of the elders, man. But the point is, all these type of things should remind us, I didn't start this. Okay? Even our elder apostles and the bishops on down, they didn't start it. They learned from their teachers, great pillars in the faith, man. So I don't get it. It's really a demonic spirit to want to be an outsider, man. Okay? I can't speak outside of my jurisdiction and above my pay grade, but I'm just going to be totally honest, man. I'm going to be totally honest. I don't get affiliate camps. I don't get it, man. I personally, I of course I understand the concept of it, but I don't understand the spirit of it, man. I don't. I personally don't. Okay? And you know why I can say that? Because I'm talking about that from limited experience, but I'm talking about that from experience, man. I first came into the truth from an affiliate camp, a dude that broke off from London Central. And yet was like, it's a step up from being in the world. All right? I was already watching the apostles for a whole year straight, The Spirit had it where the first camp I came across was the elder apostles. I wasn't the one of them brothers. I'm not dissing that way because that's how a lot of brothers come in. But I didn't come in with I watched IUIC first, then GOCC, then I went to ISU. Then the Spirit had me stumble and fall on GM. No. The first Israelite camp, from the One Westers I ever clapped eyes on. And from day one, it stayed that way. Karla, Halba, Shemia, Shai, is Great Millstone. All right? So when I met the brothers, all right, 4 or 5 of which are still remaining, okay, all those years ago, it was under the leadership of a dude that broke off from London Central Camp, GMS. And as I said, it was a step up from the world, okay, because I was already in the Israelite. I was doing the Yiddish thing, man. I was doing that type, the Israelite thing. I was going synagogue, man. I was debating with rabbis in my local small area, okay, because I'd been watching the apostles, but I wasn't under the correct immediate men. I was kind of just doing my own thing, and I was searching for brothers around me that were doing the right thing, okay. But even though that was a step up from the world, in the back of my mind, I always had it where, look, man, hey, I'm a chill with these guys, but if I realize they ain't down with Great Millstone, I'm out. Okay, that was my mentality. When I first came in, man. Okay, I remember when I approached the camp, It was at the end. The brothers were holding camp, and it was at the end of the camp. And I got off the bus because I saw them. Like, damn, they look like Israelites, man. I jumped off the bus, and I saluted them. And the first thing I said was, "Are you guys Great Millstone?" Because even back then, man, okay, this is even back then. I said to myself, look, man, as I'm approaching the camp, I said, listen, if these guys ain't down with Great Millstone, I'm going to just say, like, shalom, and then, like, hey, man, I got to go. Because I knew I ain't building with nobody that's outside of Great Millstone, because for a whole year at home, I'd been watching the apostles and the bishops online, man. Okay? Then I don't want to get too much into the history, but then I came to realize that the head of that camp, who I thought was in good standing with, top elders over here, GMS, I was like, okay, cool, then it's GMS type of thing. So that was like an affiliate camp, man. Okay. But from experience, I'm just saying it, man, and I'm not dissing affiliate brothers, because the spirit has it where the spirit has it, you know. You check, once you check in with your local camp, then fair enough. Spirit may have it where you join, or the elders of that particular camp, bid you Godspeed, and give shalom unto you, and hey, man, hey, yeah, keep pushing and check in from time to time. The spirit is different for particular brothers, man. Okay, so I'm not dissing affiliate camps, man. Sincere brothers. I'm not dissing that. Okay, because someone could take this and, oh, you see, he's dissing affiliate. No, you've got some beautiful affiliate brothers, man. Okay, who for whatever reason in the spirit are doing their own thing, but they check in and are essentially under the leadership of Great Millstone. Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rechak Wadash. But then you've got them other offshoot dudes that aren't affiliates, that they teach the exact same thing, so they say, for the most part, but they'll just never check in. That's a spirit, man. That's a demonic spirit over your ass, man. Okay? They'll be singing double honors onto the elder apostles all day long, but who's in a different country to them. I'll talk for over here in England. Who's in a different country to them. Yeah? Double honors to the elders and apostles. And Great Millstone, we've got the 100% truth, la-di-da-di-da. But they won't even come in and check in with their local GMS camp, who's probably in London, because we got brothers all over London, man. GMS England, we're all the same camp. It's one massive camp over here, man. GMS England. Of course, you've got London Central, under the leadership of the elders, man. Elder Ramah, Elder Rakhaya come, all right? The other elders on down, man, all right? Then you've got the second camp, which is our camp, right? The camp I'm in. But it's all GMS England, it's all the same camp. But there's, brothers are split up all over around the country. You got in different groups, but we're all the same camp. So the reason I just got into that a little bit is to explain this. If you're an affiliate or brother that teaches the same thing as Great Millstone, especially in England, there's no reason why you can't check in with one of the camps, man. Because brothers are dotted all over London and out of London, man. Wherever you are in the country, there's no excuse, man. It's not like it's America where you got to travel, like 3 to 6 hours, man. If you travel 3 to 6 hours in the UK, yeah, you're at the top end of the Midlands, man. So especially for London, there's no reason why you can't check in. But you know why people don't check in? It's because they simply hate accountability. That's all it is. As much as they don't want to address that demon deep down in their soul, they don't want to address the fact that they don't want to be accountable. They really want to be left to do their own thing. Because a lot of men, right, they hate being told what to do. As simple as get to camp for this time, or if you were late, why were you late? A lot of men don't like answering to other men. AKA, they don't like order. But Yahweh Shai is setting up an order. The elect. So if you can't take orders from your local camp and jurisdiction, how can you be a part of a conglomerate body of the elect worldwide? All right, when Yahweh Shai, how is that going to be? How are you going to be a ruler of the universe under Yahweh Shai, but you can't even rule your own spirit in your little corner in London, wherever the fuck you're from? Guys, hey, accountability, man. Accountability is as an assurance that an individual or organization is evaluated on its performance or behavior. A lot of guys lack behavior. They want to be left to do their own thing because there's nobody to correct them. There's nobody to reprimand them. And that's why these guys, they tend to struggle with growth, because there's nobody to counsel them. Okay? As I said, shout out to all the sincere affiliate camps and brothers, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatam, man. Truly and sincerely. You know? But then you've got people that want to be by themselves because there's a spirit attached to it. A negative demonic spirit attached to it, man. Okay? And as I said, even if you're doing the affiliate thing or your own thing on the side, and you check in with your local GMS camp, however that works in various areas, then that's a beautiful thing. But you got guys that they refuse to check in, and the brothers are less than an hour away. Or the brothers are 2 hours away. You're telling me not even once a month or once a quarter you can go and check in, man? You know? That's a spirit attached to it, man. A spirit of, I'm not accountable to anyone. When the scripture says give double honors unto the elders, right? It's also speaking about the elders in your local area, man. Of course, there's an order to it. Let's get that. Give. Can't even type. So like here. Give double honor. Right? This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and 17. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. So there's an order to that. Of course, that goes first to the elder apostles and the elder bishops. Okay? Then you've got top elders that came in from like as soon as the apostles hit the net in 07. 15, 16, 17 years plus, going on plus. Then you've got, particular elders and elder brothers that have a little bit less than time than that. Okay. But you do realize when you read the scripture, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor. That also goes for your local camp. That goes for your jurisdiction. That goes for your area. Okay. And again, it's those that despise order. I believe the scriptures speak about that. I'll have to check it out. Maybe in a second if I remember. Abaratazar. Alright? But it's that demon of jumping straight to the top. They want to bypass all leadership and just go straight to the apostles. You know why they do that? Because they know the apostles ain't in the same country as them, or in the same city as them, or in the same vicinity as them. So they can scream double honors all they want. But the apostles aren't there to see how you're really doing things. You know? They'll jump all levels of leadership. And yeah, the apostles. What about the elders in your local area? What about the elders over your country or region or zone? You know? The elders of the camp, down up the road from you, whatever the case may be. All right? Even in our local camps, the local camps aren't guided on hopes and dreams and air. You know, the local heads of your camp have to pray about things, have to plan things, have to assess things, how to adjust things in the spirit, what needs to change, what doesn't, Okay? So when you give double honors, it's in the correct order from the apostles and the bishops on down. But that also extends to your local elder in your local camp, in your local area. The elders of your country. So if you bypass them, are you really giving double honors, man? Or are you just saying it for show? Especially they who labor in the word and doctrine, man. Guys that's been in it years more than you. Going all the way up top, of course, to the top men, the elder apostles, the elder bishops on down. And you want to be talking to people, even that's been in it longer than you, a particular way. Oh, nah. You know, it's crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Guys not being mindful in their speech. Here it is, a dude's been in this like over 10 years longer than you. But because he's younger than you, you want to be calling him a young brother and you've been in for like 2 years. These post-COVID camp spirits are demons, man. You came in after COVID and you want to be talking to men as if you're on the same level as them. It all goes back to accountability, man. People despise accountability and order. Okay? Let's see if I can get it. Despise. I'm not. Oh man, where is it? Despise order. There we go. Kala Yahweh Yahshai. 2 Peter 2:10. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed, that are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Yeah. You got guys that will give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and then chat shit about the elders in their local area who are Great Millstone. And then the demon gets worse, and then they end up talking. In some cases, I've experienced myself. I remember a couple of years ago, man. Because, and I kind of briefly read over it before in another precept where it says, with gal yet true. Yeah. Remember this, I'm going to name his name, man. This old cat, he fell out now. Yeah. Just bugged out, right? Came across him a couple of years ago and he just bugged out. But he was in the camp talking shit about heads over here, man. But like I was on the phone to him for like maybe 2-3 days, about 3 hours each day, and I was listening to him. I was like, yeah. What do you think? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. And because I was giving him like inquisitive responses like, yeah, tell me more, he thought I was on his side. But he forgot my position and that I was over him, man. And I was essentially drawing him out to really expose his mindset to particular men of the leadership. Then I ran it up the chain and he got kicked out. And he, whoa. But I supplanted his ass, man. I made him feel comfortable to open up, and say what's in his mind. And he had nothing but evil thoughts and feelings, all right, towards dignities, man. He really despised the government, man. The leadership. Presumptuous are they, self-willed, that they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities, man. Okay? And I could get more into that, but I'm not going to right now, man. But that's the point. I think I've made the point, man. You know, accountability, prevents going off, man. Accountability inspires order, man. You know, and it's something that we all should keep in our minds, to aspire to have more day by day, unto ourselves and the wider body. All right, so that the ministry is not blamed, man. And here's with that, man. Kala ya bashim ya shai bashim ya kakadash, man. Shalom.